My name is Michael Hobson. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group. I started with a company known as Grand Metropolitan in its day in 1978, and I worked with that company for almost 10 years and found my way out to Asia, initially in Singapore, and moved up to Hong Kong in 1985, where I've been based ever since. And I've been working with Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group since 1994. Indeed, we're a global luxury hotel group. We have hotels pretty much in all parts of the world, in all of the key destinations. We're currently operating 27 hotels, and we have around 17 hotels under construction and development. And so I suppose in the short to medium term, we can see ourselves as a group of around 35 or 40 hotels that we operate in really all of the key cities in the main, with a few resort and leisure destinations added on. I think it's fair to say that we're constantly evolving and innovating what we do. And our core competencies, obviously apart from our Oriental heritage and the service levels that we're able to achieve emanating from our base in Asia, from the Orient, where I always believe that the best service in the world is probably, or arguably, from the Orient. So I think we're very credible as a brand, as Mandarin Oriental in that regard. So apart from our innovation in service levels, we tend to try and innovate in food and beverage, in spa, and creative design. Whenever we build and operate and open new hotels, we're always working with different interior designers, some within the local community, because we're always wishing to build hotels that have a sense of place and are representative of that local community. But I would say really that our innovation and our evolution is ongoing. We're never really satisfied with what we're doing. We're always looking to try and improve in food and beverage and in spa. And we've introduced wellness treatments, for example, from Asia, from China in particular. For example, traditional Chinese medicine is finding its way into some of our spa treatments, and we're able to develop individual Mandarin Oriental signature treatments in our wellness concepts. From a leisure perspective, because that's really what we're, I think, talking about here at ILTM, customers, I think many have been saying this over the last few days, and in fact over the last few years, customers are really looking for an experience. They're looking for experiences that they can take home and talk to other people about and have those quote-unquote bragging rights that we've heard about. And I think that's very true no matter which generation we're referring to. The well-heeled travellers are still then looking for something unusual. I think there's a certain entry point to the game of luxury hotel keeping. One needs to convey certain standards and deliver certain standards just to be in the game of luxury hotels. But thereafter, one is then looking to try and differentiate and find different experiences either on or off property that our guests can enjoy and therefore tell other people about. Because of course, most people make their selections in whichever category through word of mouth. I think we're seeing, with the advent of technology, which is only going to increase, the consumer is ever more informed. And I think the consumers are going to their travel advisors knowing sometimes more about those particular products or destinations than perhaps the travel advisor is up to date with or up to speed with at that particular moment. It's rather like going to one's doctor and having sort of diagnosed your problem online, and then going to your doctor and then having your doctor actually help you, narrow down what really the problem is, or in this case what the opportunity is, and the selection that one needs. But I think the trend really, what I'm wanting to say is that the consumer is ever more informed, and it's up to brands like ourselves to be delivering that experience as much as we can online as we do on property. Well, I do think that with this advent of technology, hotel companies like ourselves and other parts of the industry need to make significant investments behind the digital space and behind technology. And it starts, for example, by having a good technology backbone in a hotel when one builds a hotel. And Mandarin Oriental has been proud of being able to put technology at the leading edge of what we do, because it is an enabler. It's not the solution, but it's certainly an enabler. And so I think that's one particular trend. The other trend is, I think, in distribution and revenue management. I do believe that the future of this industry, apart from obviously building a brand and having good quality service and being able to deliver that, again, those are entry tickets to the game. But I think thereafter it's going to come down to having a good digital strategy and also investing behind revenue management and distribution. I think we as an industry are a little bit behind. We lag behind a little bit in revenue management and distribution techniques. Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group tends to be quoted in the same breath as other luxury brands, and I'm not just talking about hotel companies necessarily, but we tend to be considered in the same conversation as luxury brands that one might find on the high street, the big names that are out there, without mentioning those names. But I think we've been able as a group to build the image of Mandarin Oriental globally, and I think we punch above our weight. And I think therefore, I think we as a company are very proud of what we've achieved with only 27 properties so far. So that's, I think, one achievement. Another achievement, I suppose, most recently is our new website, which everybody must go and have a look at, which is mandarinoriental.com, of course. And we launched that, I should say, on the 27th of September. And we're very proud of what we've been able to achieve there, because we've inbuilt the ability for guests to establish their own profiles and their own needs, wants and preferences, so that when they arrive at our hotels, at least some of those basic preferences can be catered to when they arrive at a hotel for the first time. Once we get to know those guests, then we do an awful lot more to ensure that they keep coming back. Well, I think I've been part of that journey for quite some time now. I've been in this particular role for sort of 19 years, so it's very satisfying in many ways to see the growth of our portfolio just outside of Asia. When I arrived in this hotel group, it was 8 hotels, and together with my colleagues, we've been able to build this global luxury brand, and so I suppose the two go very much hand in hand.